Piece control is a required skill for anyone who is trying to go pro in Fortnite. It allows you to secure kills, get out of bad situations, and get refreshes in endgames. Today, I will be showing some tips on how to learn and get good at piece control. The easiest way to learn piece control is thinking of it as boxing up your opponent. Your main goal is to surround your opponent with your builds and trap them in a box for an easy kill. In Season 4, players started coning opponents who were ramping up against them, and that itself is the start of a piece control. Piece control isn't as complicated as most people think. If you're taking a wall, the action of you replacing the wall would also be considered as piece control. To further strengthen your piece control when taking a wall is to place either a ramp or cone after you take the wall. If you play on high ping or you're low on health, you can establish the cone or ramp control before replacing the wall. This is done by pulling out and building your cone or ramp at the moment you break the wall. The timing is the same as replacing the wall, but instead you use your ramp or cone. Jumping back to piece controlling players who are ramping up, there are two ways that you can approach this. First way is going underneath the ramp, coning the top, placing a floor, and building a box to trap your opponent. The other way is to approach the ramp push from one side, cone the top, place a wall to block possible shots, edit through, and wall the opponent off. Ideally, you want to deal damage from the exterior of the piece control. This way you can avoid trading shots and secure the kill. When you are on top of a player that's ramping up or tunneling, you want to predict the tile they're going to and place a floor and roof to control the top of their box. Once you have control of the top, you want to double edit and box your opponent by surrounding his tile with walls. If your enemy is standing on the floor, you want to place a cone to prevent him/her from placing a protective ramp or escaping through the floor. If this is too complicated for you to perform, I suggest you to cut down the amount of builds you use. For instance, you should take a gamble and only control the floor piece, edit through, and wall your opponent off. You want to slowly build your muscle memory of controlling the pieces around your enemy. You can build these muscle memory by repeating the actions shown on the screen. Too many people think of piece control as a move that requires lots of builds, but in reality, piece control can be very simple and easy to set up. For instance, if a player is trying to double edit through the top of a box, you can pre-place the wall to prevent him from doing so. Another example would be pre-placing walls on the side of a box enemy. You can utilize those walls and help you piece control your opponent when they decide to escape from the sides. There's no real easy way to learn piece control other than thinking out of the box and thinking of ways that will help you trap an opponent. At one point, you'll start noticing a pattern to what builds you need to place at different situations. Be creative with your builds, focus on predicting your opponent, and you'll be good at piece controlling in no time. To wrap things up, I want to mention that you only want to piece control players who are unaware of their surroundings. For example, if a player is not pointing their gun at you, it means they're unaware and you can piece control them safely. I see a lot of players that try to piece control when their enemy is looking directly at them and end up taking massive amount of damage before they get to shoot. Piece control is a skill to help you get kills, but it shouldn't be your main objective as dealing damage is what gets you the kill. Hopefully you learned something new. Consider dropping a sub. Peace.